Let me break the illusion for you right now. Because most of you are walking around like the world owes you something. Like success is some kind of divine birthright. Like one day the skies are going to part and the universe is just going to hand you the life you dream of. That's a lie. A delusion. And the sooner you rip it out of your system, the sooner you start winning. The world doesn't care about your sad story. It doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if you had a rough childhood, if your girlfriend broke your heart, or if your boss treats you like trash. The world isn't your therapist. It's your opponent. And every single day is a round in the ring. Wake up. No one is coming. No mentor is going to appear out of thin air. No magical investment, no overnight success, no lottery ticket is saving you. You've got 2 fists, a brain, and a will. That's all you'll ever need, if you've got the balls to use them. You think just because you want it, it should happen for you. Every man wants success. Every man wants money, women, status, power, but very few are willing to embrace the chaos and pain that comes with earning it. You're not entitled to anything, not a damn thing. You earn your place, you fight for it, you wake up earlier than everyone else, you train harder, you sacrifice more, and even then, even after all that, the world will still test you. It will spit in your face and see what you're made of. Most of you fold under pressure. You crumble when life hits back because you've been coddled. Because somewhere along the line you were told that being comfortable is the goal. That being liked, being safe, being balanced is the path to success. It's not. That's the path to average. I didn't get where I am because I followed the rules. I got here because I broke them, rewrote them, and then dominated within my own frame. I got here because I realized early on, if I don't become the kind of man who takes what he wants, I'll be the man who gets taken from. That's the truth. That's the game. Play it or get played. So stop complaining. Stop waiting. Stop scrolling. Stop sitting in your room thinking the world's just going to notice you. It won't. If you want to rise, you have to do something uncomfortable, something violent, something bold. Rip the weakness out of yourself and replace it with power. Cold, focused, relentless power. The kind that doesn't beg, it commands. Because the world doesn't owe you a thing. But if you're willing to become a savage, if you're willing to suffer, to push, to bleed, you can take everything. Now choose. Be forgotten or become undeniable. Pain is the greatest teacher this world has ever known. And yet most of you run from it like it's a curse. You cry when life gets hard. You retreat when things don't go your way. You see failure and heartbreak and rejection as signs that you should stop. That maybe it's not meant for you. Let me tell you something. Pain is not your enemy. It's your fuel. Every time you get punched in the mouth by life, every time you fall flat on your face, you are being given an opportunity. You're being handed the one thing that separates boys from men. Adversity. That's where the real ones are forged. That's the fire. And you don't run from fire, you walk into it with your chest out, fists clenched, eyes locked forward. You think I got here without failure? Without rejection? I've lost. I've been betrayed. I've had deals collapse. People walk away. Women lie. Friends flip. I've stood in rooms where everyone doubted me, where I was the punchline, where the world said, he won't make it. And every single time I took that disrespect and I fed on it, they told me I wasn't good enough. Perfect. I trained harder. They said I'd never win. Great. I fought like my life depended on it, because it did. Not physically, mentally, spiritually. My soul was on the line. Every time someone pushed me down, I grew stronger standing back up. Every no became fuel. Every failure became a brick. And I built my empire out of bricks of pain, hate, and discipline. Setbacks are signals. They're not there to break you. They're there to wake you. Wake you up from your mediocrity, your laziness, your comfort zone. You don't grow when everything's easy. You grow when everything's on fire, and you keep moving anyway. You grow when you get hit and say, again? Hit me again. I'm not done. You need to stop seeing pain as punishment. It's preparation. Every champion has suffered more than you can imagine. The difference? They didn't cry. They didn't stop. They didn't post sad quotes on Instagram. They got up, they got angry, and they got better. They're not losing, you're learning. You're sharpening your blade. Every failure is adding weight to your punches. Every betrayal is adding steel to your spine. Every scar is proof that you're still in the game, still swinging, still fighting when the rest gave up. So next time life drops you, don't stay down. Laugh. Wipe the blood off your lips. Smile at the pain and use it. Channel it. Build something from it. Let the fire forge you into something no one can stop. Because every setback is just a setup for the next level, if you've got the balls to keep going. Motivation is for the weak. That's the truth. Everyone's motivated when the sun's out, the gym is empty, and the vibe feels right. Everyone's motivated when their bank account is full, their body looks decent, and they slept 8 hours. But what happens when you're tired? When you're broke? When you're in pain? Mentally, physically, spiritually? That's when the truth reveals itself. That's when you find out who's a tourist and who's a warrior. Discipline is what separates winners from wannabes. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. Discipline doesn't ask for permission. Discipline doesn't need the stars to align. It just gets the job done. Every single day, whether it's raining, whether you're sick, whether you're heartbroken or depressed, or absolutely exhausted, you show up, you execute, and you don't complain. Emotion is a luxury. It's soft. It's the voice in your head that whispers excuses. Take a day off. You've done enough. Be kind to yourself. That voice, that's the enemy. That voice is a traitor living rent-free in your mind. And if you don't kill it, it will kill your greatness. Slowly, quietly. It will rot you from the inside while it strokes your ego and calls it self-care. I don't care how I feel. I don't care if I'm motivated. I operate on command, not on mood. You think I felt like training every day when I was broke and nobody knew my name? You think I felt like pushing through injuries, jet lag, heartbreak? No, but I did it because I trained myself like a machine. Like a war machine. And machines don't have moods. They have missions. Discipline builds habits. Habits build consistency. And consistency is the kingmaker. Every empire, every body transformation, every $1 million bank account was built on the back of someone who didn't care how they felt. They just moved forward anyway. Emotion is chaotic. It's temporary. It's unreliable. You ride your emotions and you'll crash every time. But discipline, that's structure, that's control, that's domination over your lower self. That's the version of you that doesn't flinch when it's uncomfortable, that doesn't negotiate with weakness, that doesn't fold under pressure. The people at the top, they aren't there because they're the smartest or the most talented. They're there because they mastered their mind. They learned to tell their emotions to shut the hell up. They became cold, sharp, focused, calculated, and that's the mindset that wins. So stop waiting to feel like it. Stop needing the perfect song, the perfect moment, the perfect headspace. None of that matters. What matters is this. Did you do what needed to be done regardless of how you felt? Because if you can do that not once, but every single day, you become a machine, a force, an apex predator, and the world has no defense against a man with that level of control. Emotion is a spark. Discipline is the fire, and fire burns everything in its path. Life is war. Simple. It's not a holiday. It's not a Netflix series where everything wraps up clean in the end. It's a battlefield. And every day you wake up, you are either the hunter or the prey. There is no third option. You either dominate or you get dominated. You either impose your will on the world or the world steps on your neck and keeps walking. The modern world has diluted masculinity. They want you soft. They want you weak. They want you apologizing for being aggressive, for being ambitious, for wanting more. They want you sedated, scrolling, passive. But let me ask you something. When was the last time a passive man won anything? A warrior doesn't sit around waiting for opportunities. He creates them. He doesn't cry about what he doesn't have. He takes what's his. A warrior is awake when the rest of the world is sleeping. Not just physically, mentally. He's watching, calculating, improving. Every second is a rep. Every failure is feedback. Every threat is a test. And he passes because he's prepared. I've walked into rooms where every person wanted me to lose, where the pressure was so thick you could taste it, where the energy was hostile and the stakes were brutal. And I smiled. Why? Because I trained for it. Because my entire life has been one long preparation for war. I don't flinch when things go wrong. I don't panic when chaos hits. That's when I come alive. That's the mindset. That's what being a warrior is about. You need to kill the soft part of you, the part that hesitates, the part that wants comfort, the part that wants to be liked. That part is your weakest link, and as long as it lives, you will never be free. You have to bury it and replace it with cold, calculated intent. With discipline so sharp, it cuts through fear. With a mission so powerful that failure isn't even in your vocabulary. Only progress. A warrior is not emotional. He's strategic. He's not fragile. He's forged. He doesn't care what people think. He cares about results. He doesn't seek peace. He maintains it through power. And when it's time to go to war, he doesn't hesitate. He doesn't beg for mercy. He steps forward and says, "Let's go. I was built for this." Weakness is a choice. Every single day you choose who you become, the man who retreats or the man who rises. You can't fake the warrior mindset. You earn it. Through blood, through repetition, through resilience so unshakable that the world either fears you or respects you, but never ignores you. You want to win in this life? Become a weapon. Train your body like it's armor. Train your mind like it's a blade. Sharpen it every day. Be calm in chaos. Be relentless under pressure. Be cold when it counts, because in the end, this world bows to warriors, not worriers. At the end of it all, it comes down to one simple question. Will they remember your name, or will they forget you even existed? That's it. That's the game. That's the scoreboard. You can talk all day, you can dream all night, but when the curtain drops, when your time is up, you'll either leave behind a legacy that echoes, or you'll vanish like dust. Just another man who could have been something, but chose to be nothing. Most of you live like you've got forever, like you've got infinity time to chase goals, build your empire, write your story. You don't. One day the clock stops. One day the lights go out. And when that moment hits, every excuse you ever told yourself, every comfort you prioritized over growth, every time you hit snooze instead of rising, it all hits back hard. And it doesn't just hurt, it haunts. You've got two choices. Live for comfort now and suffer with regret later, or suffer with purpose now and live with honor forever. That's the trade. That's the price. And the men who leave legacies, they pay it every day. They fight not for pleasure or applause, but for something bigger, for the eternal fire that says, I refuse to be average. You think the world respects potential? It doesn't. The graveyard is filled with potential. Men who could have built empires, men who could have changed the world, but they settled. They waited. They thought they had time. They gave in to comfort, distraction, fear, and now no one remembers them. Not even their families talk about them with pride, just obligation. Legacy is built through action, through repetition, through sacrifice, through relentless focus when everyone else is drifting. You don't build a name by being normal. You build a name by being obsessed, by moving different, by doing what 99% of people are too soft, too scared, or too lazy to do. Every time you rise early and train when you don't want to, you're stacking legacy. Every time you refuse to quit when it gets tough, you're carving your name into time. Every time you fight, repeat, and stand tall when others fold, you're becoming immortal in the minds of those who will follow. You have one life, one chance, and every day you don't go all in, every day you let weakness win, you're letting that legacy die. You're trading greatness for mediocrity. You're choosing comfort over glory, and you'll feel it when it's too late. So ask yourself, when it's over, will they speak your name with fire in their voices, or will it fade like you were never even here? Rise, fight, repeat, never back down, because legacy's earned, not given, and regret is forever. So here we are. No more theory, no more fluff, no more waiting for a perfect moment that doesn't exist. You've been lied to. They told you to be nice, be balanced, be patient. They told you life would reward you just for existing. But now you know the truth. Life only bows to the relentless. You either rise every damn time life knocks you down, or you stay down and rot like the rest. You either fight for your mind, your body, your empire, or you get eaten alive. You either repeat day in, day out with zero emotion and maximum discipline, or you lose to the man who does. And you either never back down, or you become a footnote in someone else's victory story. This is your moment. Not tomorrow, not next year, now. You don't need motivation. You need to choose. Choose pain over pleasure. Choose war over weakness. Choose legacy over comfort, because no one's coming to save you. And no one remembers the man who almost did something. They only remember the one who refused to quit. Rise, fight, repeat, never back down. Burn those words into your mind like a brand. Live by them, and the world will never forget your name.